All right, so I want to do a quick overview of the install we did on an Ironman lift kit. This is a full kit, so it's the UCAs, it's the coils. This is a newer style, so it's almost like a coilover style where you can dampen it and all the other stuff. And then heavy duty rear springs and shocks. And the last thing is the sway bar modification, which pulls it forward a little bit. But the kit it replaced was this rough country full front strut assembly, and on the rear I had these spacers, which do not recommend. First thing I'm gonna say with this is I had a wobble with my 4Runner. We tried balancing, we tried all kinds of stuff, and the wobble was just there sometimes, not all the time, but especially if it sat, it had a wobble. And when I swapped it over to this Ironman kit, that wobble went completely away. So just for reference, this box right here is the front coil. It's the IM2.5, and I'll crawl under because I haven't put the skid plates back on just so I can show this. But this is the assembly right here. So there's the upper control arm, and there is the coil. As you can see, it's got threads. I did scratch it a little when I was putting it in. And then up here you have your sway bar brackets, which, like I said, they push the sway bar out to keep it from banging against your coil. But this process, front and rear, takes a while. So this was about an 8-hour install. See, as I was saying, it is an 8-hour install on this lift, and every shop that I got a quote from, because I was debating about not doing it because we just finally hit the weekend and I was looking forward to time off, quoted 8 to 10 hours. So you take 8 to 10 hours, average labor rate in this area is anywhere from 130 to 150. If you go to specialized shops, it's a little bit more. But yeah, we decided to do it ourselves. So I do recommend, if you're gonna do this at home with a jack and jack stands, that you have a second person, because it does help. A lot of people said they ran into issues with control arm bolts because that upper bolt up there is one long bolt and you have to pull it through under the hood. I didn't find any issues with that. I unbolted the AC line, moved it out of the way, and pulled it right out. And coils went in just as planned. Now in the back, as you can see, the heavy duty rear springs are there. And then you have the Ironman shocks in the back. And there's really not too much more to that. I tried to get the rear bar for the back, but they were sold out, so didn't get it. But other than that, it was a pretty simple install, but I do recommend having 2 people. And definitely, I know I see people with jacks underneath their cars and no jack stands. Have jack stands, because you will tug around on the rear axle and you will move things around, and it's just not safe if you don't have jack stands. All right, so the reason I did this video, and I didn't want to do an install video, is because one, it's a very in-depth process, and there's plenty of videos on how to install lift kits, and there's plenty of lift kits that go in the same way that this one does, so it didn't make sense for me to do that kind of video. But what I did want to talk about is this is a newer style lift, and the ride quality. The ride quality on this thing it's like riding on a cloud. It is a fantastic ride. Now, I haven't had a chance to take this thing off-road, and I did get the heavy-duty rear springs, and I haven't had a chance to tow. So this is more like an initial review. I put it in yesterday, got alignment this morning, and then put about 100 miles on it driving around. And it's fantastic. The ride quality compared to that rough country kit is just night and day. And granted, this is a lot more stuff that got installed with the upper control arms. It's a much more robust lift kit than rough country as well. So I'm kind of comparing apples and oranges, and I had spacers in the back and factory shocks. So I just want to say that if you're looking for a 3-inch lift, 2.5, 3-inch lift, and you want the ride quality in your vehicle, then this is probably the kit you want. I would install it myself, unless you just would prefer to pay somebody. Just because it's not too hard, it's just time consuming. But as far as ride quality and overall initial review on this, I love this thing so far. This is my wife's 4Runner. She loves it. She likes the ride height. For reference, these tires are 275, 70, 18. So they are a tall tire, not as wide as a 12.5, but very, very tall. And as you can see, there's no Viper cuts, and this doesn't rub at all. So this tire is almost a 30, or it is about 34-inch tire, and there's no rub whatsoever on this bumper. And with the old kit on here, we definitely had some rub to the point where, as you can see down there, it was rubbing on the bottom part of the bumper. It's starting to fray up a little bit. We are going to cut it still, but this kit clears it out the box. So just want to do a quick video and talk about it, and just give people, I know it's hard when there's not a lot of reviews on a newer product, but just letting you know that this is a great kit so far. And as I get more wheeling on it and towing, then I'll end up doing a little bit more of an in-depth review on how I like it again.